to the Stranger Still podcast. I'm Kathleen.
I'm Miles.
I'm Kirk.
And welcome to our first rewatch series of the 5th and final season of Stranger Things. Woo woo!
Yeah.
Stick with us as we deep dive into each chapter of Volume 1. First up, Chapter 1, The Crow.
Welcome, old and new listeners alike, to the podcast. The byline for this podcast is positivity for the show. The tall task of digging into why Stranger Things is good. And thank God it was good.
Oh, thank
That'd be a hard thing to do.
So good.
I was confident, but...
Now, this might be obvious, but mega spoilers. If you have not seen Volume 1, stop right now. Go watch it and come back to us.
Yeah. We're talking only Chapter 1, but we're going to kind of sprinkle into all 4 episodes, so totally agree.
Yeah. The whole thing. Yeah. Make sure you watch the whole thing before you listen to us.
Spoilers for all existing Stranger Things on Netflix. We know nothing about Volume 2. No ads, no fluff. Just 3 people talking about Stranger Things. Let's get into it.
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
The season opens with Will. And of course, we knew this first 5 minutes already. We had seen it on November 6th. So I guess the question is, did you find anything different rewatching this scene for what was really a third time? This opening scene as a young Will Byers gets taken by the Demogorgon finally.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say I noticed anything different. Having seen the whole Volume 1 definitely gives me a different perspective of what we watched. No, but I was just as pumped about the opening 5 minutes as I was the first time I watched it.
Yeah, it takes on a more important bookend, like you said, like knowing how the Volume 1 ends.
Yeah.
Starting with this was important.
What do you think, Kirk?
Yeah, I mean, I guess since I knew it was coming, I wasn't watching as intently. I guess I was just mostly still just surprised by Vecna's control over the Demogorgons.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And then just that's still kind of surprising.
I was going to say that the fourth, fifth time we've seen that Demogorgon bow to Vecna, the more I start deciding...
Oh, he is bowing, huh?
I'm getting there.
Yeah. Justice for me!
I think because we had said, Kathleen, no, that's just a dog bowing to the alpha. You know, Demogorgons are animals, not humans. But there is something more and more sentient about that bow.
Right?
As we continue to see that from the trailer to the first look to our first watch to then this rewatch for this podcast. Like, it's getting more and more sentient to me.
Yeah.
Yes.
And whatever's going in, the goo or the slugs or whatever that is, that happens for like a week. And that's going in fast.
Dude, yeah, that's a lot.
I'm surprised Will's not 300 pounds.
Remember that table of doctors in season 2 with Owens, and they couldn't tell Joyce what's wrong with her boy?
Yeah.
He's got like gallons of goo in him. What are you guys doing?
How did they not see any of that on any of their doctor scans that they've done?
Because they're arrogant.
Yeah.
Because they're arrogant. They probably
Yeah.
didn't even scan him.
Didn't even do an MRI.
Good grief.
It's in his mind. He's just a traumatized kid, like just a bunch of arrogant jerks. So we get the theme song, and we enter season 5, and we've got the Wheelers and the Byers living together. We're getting the kids' theme. Ted is not getting any bacon. Did Ted get a piece of bacon?
He got one piece of bacon.
He got like a crumb of it.
Piece.
He did dip a little.
The sad, crispy, like dilapidated leftovers.
So not even really a piece, but more of a corner.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Jonathan's
I didn't
the last one.
zoom into the TV or anything. There was definitely a chunk that fell onto his plate.
He's just sitting there with like paused there. You're just like, how much bacon constitutes a piece?
I gotta say, I just love. I love that we started the end where we started the beginning. Mm-hmm. In the Wheeler house, just like as a family together. I don't know. It just felt so good. It felt like we're here. We're home. We're home to our Stranger Things.
Yeah. Dinner table, just classic. I loved having the Byers there. As much as I wanted them being like back at Joyce's old house, it was nice to just have them all there. Great opening. I mean, really very comical. You know, Joyce coming out of the bathroom. You know, Nancy's all mad at Mike. Mike's mad at himself.
Yeah.
Well, Jonathan and Will are fighting about, I thought you were going to settle on. I thought you were going to settle on. It's kind of very crazy house, madhouse sort of energy. Ted is at his wit's end. I love Holly being involved. She's the one rounding up all the house members after she waves to some figure.
Yeah.
By the way, I want to point out where she's like, "Hey, can you go tell everybody breakfast is ready?" "Oh yeah, sure, Mom." And then she screams up,
She learned from the best.
That is 100% my house growing up. When my mom would say, "Okay, dinner's ready. Go tell your siblings," and we would go to the stairs, and she would be so annoyed because she's just like, I could have done that.
Yeah, right.
And that's what Karen does, like all the first couple seasons. Mike.
Yeah.
And that's what
So
Mike
funny.
does too. Mike's always shouting up, so she learned from the best.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
right.
I had one thing about this scene that I just wanted to bring up, which is that Joyce is running late, right?
Always.
She's got to go. What is she running late to? She needs to
yeah.
watch Hopper time 11.
Do you think
Why
she's...
can't you do the dishes,
Yeah.
Joyce?
Moral support,
Yeah.
very important.
I'd like to say she was purposefully bowing out, but I don't really think that's Robin's style. It is Robin's
Joyce's.
style, or Joyce's. Ooh, golly.
Yeah.
I don't think that's Joyce's style, but it is 100% her style to be running late. Always.
I think-
Perpetually.
I think this makes Karen the off-season MVP. She has been she's been
Yeah.
doing everything. Joyce is not part of this, apparently. Ted's not part of it.
Oh, yeah.
All the kids are in chaos. They're doing crawls all the time. So Karen, off-season MVP.
It's no wonder
Yeah.
she's drinking lots of wine. I mean,
Oh,
come
yeah.
on.
Yeah.
We'll touch on that later.
Pour that wine. Then we get the introduction to the town via Robin, who is now a radio DJ, Rockin Robin.
Yes.
Love
We're
it.
getting that twiddly-diddly-dee, twiddly-dee-dee, twiddly-dee, getting the Rockin Robin song. Kathleen, you asked me, does that count as having Michael Jackson in the
Yeah.
show? No, it does not.
Aw.
That's someone else. That's like saying your favorite Ron Howard property is the Andy Griffith Show or Happy
don't
Days
know.
or whatever.
I say it counts. a
No,
little.
that's not Michael
touch,
Jackson.
hair
That's
count?
1972. He was 13 years old. That's not Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, in regards to the 80s, King of Pop, starts with Off the Wall in 1979.
Fine.
Yeah.
And while I was looking up ways to refute that, I noticed that Michael Jackson was born in
dig in a
Gary,
little deeper.
Indiana.
What?
Really?
Indiana
Oh my
hometown
gosh.
Didn't know that.
boy. Indiana hometown boy.
Wow. Oh, that's cool.
So Robin's giving us the rules. Small chance of rain, medium chance of arrest, mandatory medical checkups. We're all quarantined. No one comes or goes. There's a big metal Band-Aid. There's a big center of town, Max Z, that she calls the Big Max. Hey, do you want to leave Hawkins? Why would you want to? Everything's here. So how'd you feel about this exposition download?
I like this. This is a perfect way to do it. Just Robin just ranting away. Steve
Yeah.
with the side effects as a little comedy.
Of course.
The
He's
rubber
always the
chicken,
side
Rubber
chick.
chicken, yeah. Why did he not have the applause already in the tape thing? I don't understand. But, I'd like the exposition. It just gave you the whole town super quick.
Yeah.
I just love the radio station in itself. And Robin's a great DJ. She was all over that.
So good.
Yeah.
And natural too, like when you listen to her DJing, it's so much her personality
Yeah.
that you're like, oh God, of course it makes sense that this is what she would be doing.
She was born for this.
Yeah.
No, this was good. And the quick rundown of the town, because, quarantine, it's been, 18 months or something like that?
Right.
So it's been a long time. So it's very common at this point.
Right.
And just to be able to just get through that so quickly and obviously,
Yeah.
the kids are like, yeah, we got to listen into the squawk.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I
I-
love it. It was just such a creative way to get us up to date. Like, what have we missed off screen?
Yeah, and it's even in world it makes sense because it's their 500th episode. So she's kind of like a look back, a retrospective of how far we've come.
Yeah.
It really made a lot of sense. It was perfect for me. Stranger Things is so good at this. They are
Yeah.
so good at these exposition dumps. And I got to give a shout out to that microphone that Robin is using. She's yelling and giving the stuff, and then she comes in real close to talk about Vicky there, and it's still so crystal clear. That's not 80s radio. 80s radio.
No.
But the mic, just listen to the sonic sound on that. As someone who produces a podcast, I was impressed.
I was gonna say I just love that nobody else would have thought to bring up the
just
sound
It's so
except
good.
for you.
Is Steve
I
turning
love
up the
it, Miles.
gain right there? What's he doing? And how's he getting such a good sound out of that rubber chicken? That's a good, solid sound out of that rubber chicken.
Yeah, you got a point. Yeah. But maybe it's too good because it kind of has some technical difficulties
yeah.
there. So, yeah.
That's true. Yeah, they start to just as Vicky's about to hear her song, nothing happens, and
Things
we
go
start
down.
to meet people.
Yeah.
So
Before we move on, I just want to say I wasn't sure what I was expecting Hawkins, Indiana to look like when we came back. I mean, it was ripped apart. I had no idea how they were going to cover that up, but the metal Band-Aid, that just kind of, I don't know, it kind of makes me chuckle a little bit. And it works. I don't know, it just works.
The kids are sledding on it. It just feels very human, very real about what would happen.
Yeah, and they've somehow gone back to normal. It's just weird.
It tells us, too, that Vecna and the Upside Down creatures, they're not pouring out of there. But it's kind of radio silence from the Upside Down.
Right.
Yeah.
And just, this time.
The nice cover-up, the radioactive snow or whatever she calls it. Yeah, they're just and that's why we're in here, And the metal Band-Aid, perfect cover-up. So, very realistic.
So things do go wrong, and Steve is going to radio over to Dustin. We'll come back to this other question here, but Steve's going to radio over to Dustin and say, "Hey, man, things are going haywire." And Dustin, we see a different guy.
Man.
He answers. He's like, "Dude, I don't want to help you. He's like, "It's Greek over here," and Dustin's like, "Just learn Greek then." There's just a different tone, and he's wearing the Hellfire shirt, and he walks in to the locker room, to the school, and I just want to kind of go through Dustin a little bit here, but he gets to that fight with Andy at the locker room, and he's about to get beat up right there in the hallway.
Yeah.
But the party shows up. Lucas, Mike, Will, and they tower over Andy.
Yeah.
Yes. I love seeing how tough they were. Yeah. I just I don't know, they went from these wimpy nerds to formidable opponents to the bullies. I just love that. They're not kids anymore.
Yeah, they've grown up. I mean, they're juniors now.
Right.
They're not freshmen. We missed the whole sophomore year, really. So, and they've got to be tough by now.
Yeah.
You've been fighting Demogorgons for years. Andy is not a problem.
And, and I always remember, even before they were big and before they were tough, before they fought any Demogorgons, they were still standing up to Troy and the bully in season 1 and stuff. Mike got smashed in, but they weren't running away.
Yeah.
But it also, shone a light on how big these kids are. How did you feel about, especially early on in the season, the age of the actors, now knowing we do have, these guys are mid-20s playing these juniors in high school. Did that take you out of it? That's a big topic online.
Yeah, there's a few characters that take me out of it because they look much older. Lucas looks like a man. Lucas does not look like he's in high school anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, he even looks like he's pretty buff,
Yeah. Especially in that shot, they accentuate. He's come boom.
Yeah.
He's out of the way.
I'm the bodyguard.
Yeah.
I mean, Mike looks older, especially if you rewatch season 1, obviously. And he's not that much older from then. But he looks very much not like a teenager. Dustin can still kind of rock it. Will always looks young to me.
Right.
But,
yeah, he does. Him and Mike have young faces.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I'm not bothered by the age jump at all, really. The person that seems like they aged the most maybe was Nancy.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say Jonathan. So just the fact that we all have different.
I was going to say 11.
Really?
11 looks much older. I don't know.
Okay, so
they definitely all look older, but it didn't bother me.
Yeah, it's 9 years
you
real.
Look past it.
Yeah, 9 years real time, 4 years plot time. I do wish we just one more year, Duffers. Why couldn't this be the senior year of high school? Why couldn't you just one more year, just make it a little more realistic? But every season, I kind of feel this, and by the end of chapter 1, beginning of chapter 2, I'm over it. And that's the same with this season. By chapter 2, I'm not even thinking about Lucas looking old or Jonathan looking old. I'm fine. You just get used to it, and it's totally fine.
You're so enveloped in the story by then.
And what's the alternative? Cancel the show?
Yeah. I'm not watching this.
They aged out, so we're done.
We're canceling the show, or we're recasting the show.
You're gonna have to guess what happens.
They don't look like realistic teens. I'm out.
I'm not doing this show anymore.
Yeah.
And there was, there's COVID. Took a year away. The writer's strike took a year away. We would have seen season 5 in 2023 had things gone according to plan.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dustin, even though the party saves him from Andy there, they do have this disagreement. Still, they're talking in the hallway, and Mike and Lucas are telling Dustin, keep your head down and follow the rules. We got to do all the things. And Dustin, I personally think rightly, is like, the rules? That's not what we've ever done.
Yeah.
I'm going to fight for what's right. Whose side were you on with Mike and Dustin here?
Oh, I I was on Dustin's side. I don't like that he's alienating himself from his friends. I really don't like that. But I agree with him pushing back to defend Eddie's name. I mean, Eddie really was a hero. And watching the entire town just continue to villainize him, that takes a toll. I mean, Dustin was so close with Eddie. Like, the toll over the last 18 months, like seeing that day after day after day, knowing the truth, knowing how undeserving it is, I'm not at all surprised that Dustin is struggling so much. By the way, I think it's a great character development, and I love seeing him flex his acting muscles by totally like changing. I mean, he really has changed so much, and it's a realistic change too.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Mike and Lucas on this one.
You're always with Lucas.
Well, you're wrong. No, I'm just
always
kidding.
It's unnecessary attention, and Dustin's whole point is, we're not rule followers. Well, yeah, you're doing that with the crawl. You're doing that with the tunnels. You're doing that all the other stuff. Why bring hellfire into this and then maybe get caught in this way? Like, they're right to be like, just play it cool here at school. Yeah. We'll be the kicking butt.
Yeah.
When it's nighttime and when it's crawl time and when with all of our radio tower and equipment, that's where you're not going with the military rules.
Yeah.
The whole point is just not to bring attention to yourself. Wearing a Hellfire shirt is going to bring attention to yourself. So I don't know.
And we see that with that scene of him walking through the school.
Yeah.
It's all eyes on him.
It's unnecessary attention. So I'm with Mike and Lucas on this one, but I understand it from Dustin's perspective because he's grieving and he wants to represent Eddie in his name. So
yeah, but is it more about the grief than, like, I think Dustin of season 2 or 3 would have been like, hey, don't do that. He's so intellectual, like this, you're not going to win this battle, so why fight it?
Yeah.
But Dustin, it's so weird to have Dustin, like, I'm really glad you said that about it, the acting, because it is like, it's a totally different tone. You tell it immediately from when he's on that, just the way he's riding the bike. I don't know. It's just shout out to the actor Gayton, but it's so interesting to me that he's not the comic relief in the beginning here. We've had 4 seasons of Dustin kind of being the voice of the audience and the lighter touch, and he's the dark one now.
He's the dark one, and he's kind of isolating himself.
Yeah.
He is.
He thinks nobody else cares about Eddie.
Yeah.
And he's the way he talks to Steve, he's like, just do it, Steve. Like Steve was like his best buddy in season 3.
Right. And he wants to be, round 2, he wants to be beaten up. Puts a snake in Andy's locker, Jake the snake.
God,
dangerous for this snake.
A corn snake.
A corn snake.
Which I did not know what a
Or
corn snake was.
snake.
Yeah.
Dustin's track record with pets, not great.
Yeah, right.
He got Muse killed, and he does get Jake the snake killed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because as he goes to Eddie's grave, he sees burn in hell Eddie. We find out that famous shot from the trailer is blood. And it's blood from the snake.
Yeah.
Jake the snake, whose real name is Cobb, by the way. And is perfectly fine, folks.
Snake.
They didn't really cut the snake up and bloody up the grave site.
Oh, gosh.
What did you guys think of this fight? We got 4 on 1.
Dude, so unfair. I love how Dustin starts the conversation though with like the Dungeons and Dragons. Like, it's just another, I mean, he's really not doing himself any favors by doing that, but I just like, down. Yeah, that's right. I like stick it to them even harder. But the paint thinner thing, I have to say, I feel like Andy's face should have been way more burned from that paint, or his eyes should have been way more burned from that.
Maybe we haven't seen him since then. Maybe it'll scar up a bit.
Yeah. But I mean, it's good that he was trying to buy himself some time, and when you're cornered by 4 people, and by the way, that last guy that comes in, hiya.
Oh, yeah.
That guy. Yeah. But, I mean, this is just classic. Eddie's poking the bear. He kind of deserves it a little bit.
Dustin's poking the bear.
Sorry.
Thanks for keeping us straight today,
you're
Miles.
welcome.
We're struggling.
But, yeah, he's kind of asking for this. I mean, obviously, they're provoking him by writing burn in hell on on Eddie's tombstone. So
Right.
I get Dustin's point of view here, but still, like, he keeps attacking back.
Yeah.
And it's like, just let it go. Keep cleaning up the gravestone. Play it cool. Yeah. You know that there's bigger fish to fry. We're trying to find Vecna. Yeah, this has nothing to do with the basketball kids. Like, I mean,
I'm kind of coming around to that because I'm thinking of what younger Dustin, more like common sense Dustin would have done, more practical Dustin would have said about this. But it's clear he wants to be beaten up. I was really good he didn't win this fight.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I'm glad he got the upper hand with the paint thinner and stuff like that, but I didn't want Dustin like walking away from a gravestone in slow motion after defeating 4 bullies. Like, he's not a fighter, and once it really gets physical, he rightly gets beaten up, and that just kind of comforted me, especially early on in this season. Like, okay, we're not like, we didn't get some studio executive saying, it'd be so cool if Dustin won a big fight. Like, my daughter loves when the Marvel characters win big fights in the street. Like, we didn't have that, like, okay, good. Dustin shouldn't win this.
Yeah.
But
and a good fight, too.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. Could Dustin die? Because all of this, like, this is totally different. Before we would have said no, right? In the preview, we called Dustin one of the untouchables.
I thought you meant like, could he have died from this fight? And I was like, they could have punctured a lung or something.
They could have hit his head on the tombstone or something like that. Yeah. No, I'm saying like,
but to your question, I say no because I just can't vocalize that.
But what about like, he literally says, "I won't always be here, Steve. I won't always be around." And then he's like, later he's like, I want to put Vecna's heart on a platter. Wish I could do it myself. And I'm just thinking like, these aren't good lines. Like, at least we've gone from DEFCON 5 to DEFCON 4 on Dustin Death Watch, in my opinion, just with the way this started.
Yeah, it's definitely up more, but I think somebody is going to help Dustin out with this grief. Because he's isolating himself. It's a classic grief tool. You're just like, nobody else understands the situation, so it's just me. Right. And he's trying to be brave about it, and he's going to do something stupid. He's already been doing some stupid things. Mm-hmm. They see it. So somebody like Steve or, Lucas or Mike or somebody's going to be like, dude, like, bring him back to like, yeah, we need you too. Eddie's gone. Sorry, dude. Yeah.
Right.
Like, but we're here. So like, wake up, smell the roses, We're sorry too, but we need Dustin back. Okay,
I'm just throwing it out there. I know. Maybe more of an arc than Harbinger of Death.
I can't say those words out loud. I just can't risk it.
Well, like season 4, like everything Steve said seemed like he was about to die. He's telling Nancy about having 6 little children.
For sure he was going to die. Right. Oh my goodness.
So we go around, we're kind of meeting everybody and kind of learning all the different parts they've been playing over the last 18 months. And we're finding that information all as we lead up to crawl number 37, the scanning of section G1. And the first part of it is that Hopper is going in the Upside Down over and over again, scanning these sections. 11 wants to come with him, but she's got to train first, be good enough, beat a certain time. And that's where we meet her. She's training. She's doing the obstacle course. She's exploding pumpkins, or smashing pumpkins, I should say.
Ooh.
Which is funny because remember in season 1, I said that when she killed all those guards at the school, it sounded like she was exploding their heads like pumpkins.
Yeah.
Do the Duffers listen to this podcast? Because she literally explodes.
Ooh, that's good.
Oh, that's good. They say to each other.
We should use that.
What'd you think of this whole training sequence and the fact that Hopper isn't really being level with her on her time?
I gotta say I was wrong. I think when we were predicting what season 5 was going to be like, I talked a lot about how it seemed like Hopper was letting 11 take the lead, and he was just like the bodyguard sidekick that was protecting her along the way, and it's not that.
Yeah,
he's still being his absolute protective self.
Right back to season 2. He's letting her train at least.
Yes.
Yeah. This might have been my biggest, like, what's going on with this scene?
Really?
After watching like all 4 episodes there, what's she training for? Why does she have to make it in 12 minutes and 30 seconds? Is Hopper making it in 12 minutes and 30 seconds?
Exactly.
And what I was like, where are they going? They're just clearing out sections that they don't understand. So what's the 12-minute, 30-second timer for? And the way I rationalize it in my head is it's Hopper's just making sure she's on point, having something productive to do, so she's not the stubborn punk.
That is what Hopper's making this up to keep her out, because he says it. I don't want her as a part of a reconnaissance mission. She's part of the final battle.
Yeah.
Or so we think. He's gotten a different idea how the final battle is going to go.
Yeah.
We got a lot of notes on Hopper as we go forward in time, but she is making this time.
Yeah.
The first time she makes the time, I pointed this out to you, Kathleen. She lands,
yeah,
and it
that's
takes
right.
Hopper 3 seconds. This is why you always have an independent source on your pro days, people. You gotta have somebody with that stopwatch who just works for the NFL. You know what I mean?
When you
He
pointed
waits
that
3
out, I
seconds.
was like, oh my gosh, how did you even catch that? Like, that was good.
And then the second time, it's more of a plot. He says, "Oh, I got distracted by Diana Ross. I'm sorry, I didn't see it." And then he tells Joyce later, "Yeah, she beat the time twice."
Yeah, I think they're making up the training because there's nothing when Hopper goes into that inn that has anything to do with 12 minutes, 30 seconds jumping over fences and bridges and blasting people's heads off.
And
I'm
that's
assuming that's what the pumpkins are.
And that's what he says. He says, "This is not where she needs to be. This is where Constance is boring."
Okay, yeah.
I do have to say, I wasn't expecting so much disconnect between 11, Hopper, and Joyce. Like, after season 4, I kind of assumed that Joyce and Hopper would be like more family, like mom and dad, like feel situation. But 11's calling him Hop, not Dad. And there's definitely tension. And obviously that tension is coming from him being overprotective and not allowing, like not trusting that she can get out there and be capable. But I don't know. I was kind of bummed that they weren't closer. It makes sense though. It's a great plot of the show.
And we'll be talking about that a lot next episode when we get to their stubborn punk ass fight. But both Hopper and Joyce, in 11, I think the toll of the 18 months is kind of falling on all characters, and we're seeing it in those subtle ways. We don't have to go to flashbacks to see every moment that they had a fight.
Miles hates those flashbacks.
I'm kind of with him.
The toll is in those reactions and sort of these like reversions back to like earlier things, like Joyce and Hopper calling each other out for overprotection when Joyce is like, "I think she's ready," and Hopper's like, "Well, I think Will could do one thing." But you got him in bubble wrap. Like, they're both calling each other out. Like, there is a lot of toll on these characters, and it's coming out in those ways, which feels very human to me as well.
It does. So human.
Yeah. 18 months in a town, and
you want to do something.
Yeah. Everything wasn't magically fixed by hugging each other in Russia, and I like that. Though they are clearly together. There's just, going around the town, Steve and Jonathan. Well, Nancy, Steve, Jonathan, and Robin are all working at the radio station. Nancy's the station manager because, of course, she is.
Of course she is. Yeah.
And there's something wrong, like we talked about. There's something went happen, and someone needs to go way up somewhere and plug something in. Nancy says it's dangerous, so Steve and Jonathan both volunteer to go up.
Oh my gosh. I like what you said about this, Miles, that it seems like this lover's triangle that Nancy is not a part of. Like, she does not care that they are competing for her attention. And that's so funny.
And I loved what you said, I think when we were watching, but when they're like right at the blueprints and Steve is kind of being a little flirty and Jonathan's kind of competing, Nancy's just annoyed.
Yeah.
There's no more
There's
more flirtation in it for Nancy.
Yeah. Like, she knows what's going on.
Yeah.
It's so obvious to her. And then they're just playing, I'm better than you, that whole stupid game.
Yeah.
Right.
I do like it, though. We haven't really had Jonathan versus Steve since season 1.
Know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know if they've had a scene together since season 1.
Since Jonathan kicked the crap out of Steve.
Yeah, and the thing is, it wasn't even like a rivalry at that point because, like, Jonathan wasn't with Nancy.
They were just monster hunting friends.
Yeah, monster hunting friends. So this is like this dynamic is pretty funny, and it added like, we were all feeling down from a lot of this. It added the comedic relief that we needed.
Though I did clock kind of the toll on Steve here. He doesn't have Dustin. He's still pining for Nancy in this way. Like, man, across everybody, though, this just like 18 months weighs on them. Jonathan and Nancy's clearly have their problems, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think Steve just feels more kind of just soloed since Dustin's going away and he's not with Nancy, and sounds like he's just kind of going around hooking up with people because he's still Steve the Harrington. But
he's running out of women, as he mentions later in the Jumpstart thing.
They're in quarantine.
They are quarantined. And the Murray, the man, the myth, the legend, pulls up Austin Mill Barge.
Yeah.
Bradley's Big Buy Deliver ID 45289er.
He's awesome.
There is nothing more perfect that Murray could be doing than smuggling stuff in and out of town through a Bradley's Big Buy cover.
He's
perfect.
He's always a thorn in the government's side.
Yes,
like
exactly.
it's just so perfect. It's always jabbing them in some way. I
He's
love that.
become Yuri in a way. I think you said that when we were watching, Kirk.
Oh yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Little Yuri tribute.
like that.
Yuri rubbed off on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he comes in. He's got all the information from the outside. You know,
Yes.
he
Yeah.
informs them that there's going to be a burn tonight, and everyone's like, "Holy crap, we're having a burn tonight!"
Yeah.
But I love the stuff that he brings in.
Yeah.
You know, the salads, the grenades.
Yeah, the grenades are in the salad. Then he has to explain the joke. It's because I put the grenades under the lettuce.
Yeah.
All right.
The things he gets, it's just hilarious to me. You know, each person's kind of asking for something. He calls himself Santa. That's
Yeah.
hilarious to me. Oh,
Gets the coal train for Jonathan, which you'll find
Yeah.
quite engaging.
Yes. Oh,
Something I
man.
completely missed first watch.
100% missed that. 100% missed
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I like that his role answers the question in a lot of action films and shows that never get answered. Like, how do all the heroes get
Yeah.
all of the firepower and stuff? Well, he's out there smuggling it in. Like, I just
that's
love
great.
that. He talks about how hard it is to get his hands on a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just love that all those questions are answered, that it stays realistic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I love, and then nice product placement brings out the Gatorade to
Oh,
recharge
yeah.
Eleven's battery, and he almost looks at the camera like Gatorade, recharging the hero of the story's battery one bottle at a time.
Okay, this seems like an obvious a question with an obvious answer, but I'm assuming Gatorade was like, hey, we will pay you a lot of
Has to
money
be.
if you feature us in here.
Gatorade and Coke have to have paid for their stuff. Just
Yeah.
the way that they're, and this is Gatorade in a glass bottle, by
I
the way.
know, I saw that.
Do you guys have any remembrance or?
No.
Yeah,
Always in plastic.
Oh,
Me too.
Yeah.
I had nothing. That seems almost like anti-Gatorade, because you think of Gatorade just like you huck it as you go back onto the field,
Yeah.
to play. Or like I had never noticed Gatorade in a glass bottle before. They're bringing it back.
Yeah.
They're bringing it back for a promo.
Yeah.
They're bringing it back in glass bottles?
And I mean, not exclusively.
Oh.
but they're gonna do
Just a promo.
No,
Yeah.
we've stopped using plastic. It's all in glass now.
And then boppers. Have you guys ever heard of boppers?
No,
I had not.
I had never heard of those.
Yeah. I
Did
never
anyone
knew.
look it up what those are?
I didn't. But
neither.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's just
tune in
a
here, folks.
80s candy that fell.
It almost sounded like a Snickers bar a little bit, but
Yeah.
like more gooey, I guess. I don't
More
know.
gooey.
Yeah. I don't know.
Ah, Murray.
Somebody get me a bopper. Sound great.
I know. I wonder if you can buy one now. Or
That's a
were
good
they
question.
completely discontinued, or are they bringing them back because of Stranger Things?
All I know is Steve is eating them throughout the next few episodes.
Yeah, right.
It's going.
Yeah.
All right. So Robin and Nancy, they learn from Murray. We should have a crawl tonight. We got a 2-hour window. Robin goes on to the newly fixed radio station and gives out the code for everyone to know that there's a crawl.
Leave it to Robin. Leave it to Robin to come up with such an intelligent way to relay information secretly. She does it so seamlessly, too. I just love it. And it makes sense that she would do that.
And preparing for a podcast in the way that we do, she just quickly gets these facts about Diana Ross that both mean the codes. Like,
Hey, come on.
Rob out podcasting us
That's
right
not
away.
what I was saying. Get
No,
out of here.
Perfect song, too.
I was impressed.
I will ignore that jab at me
No,
there.
it wasn't a jab at you. It was a jab at me.
And say, I just like that when she first enters Stranger Things, she is solving a coded message, but this time she's giving the coded message.
That's true.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know that they really need this. Like, it seems like they could just tell each other,
They
through
could come together.
like with the walkie-talkies or something.
Yeah, but there's always a risk of the walkie-talkies
True,
being intercepted.
true. And they would have to come up with a code anyway, and they'd have to get everyone on. So, no, I totally. But it's also like rule of cool. Like, this is cool.
Yeah.
Like, let's do this.
But she's had to use like multiple songs there because she uses like different facts. But
Oh,
but having the Diana Ross just upside
Oh
down.
yeah. How is that? How has that not been in the show?
I know, right? But I wish I knew like more of like the code songs, more upside down things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just assumed it was that song every time.
Oh, yeah.
I just thought Diana Ross is their cue.
Like, she can't give out Diana Ross facts every single time.
Oh, well,
You know?
it was the 80s.
Maybe they decide collectively on like, okay, this month is going to be this song. And
And does give a shout out to Michael Jackson in The Wiz.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
Which I have not
she
seen
does.
that. And so then we get this montage of the crawl of Mike and Nancy explaining to the group the crawl itself, which it is their 37th crawl.
Yeah.
But it's also Mike and Nancy.
They have to.
It's meticulous. I feel like it makes sense because it's them. And
Yeah.
Mike's even saying, if we have to do it 1,000 times, we'll do it like...
I love when they use the projector screen. It's just
Yes.
like so much reminded me of my childhood.
Oh, yeah, right.
How many kids watching had no idea what that was?
Oh,
probably plenty,
my
yeah.
gosh.
Like,
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
That was every day of school.
Yeah.
Every class was a projector screen.
Yeah. And some teachers would they'd have you could have a job in the class to clean all of the projector sheets
Ooh, yeah.
Was this
after
you?
they rid on them. No,
Did you teach us
I think I only did it a handful of times, but when you were younger, it was fun to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Later, you didn't care.
Never fun to clean.
I love this was another exposition dump, basically telling us everybody's role. Mike and Lucas go to the watchtower. Hopper sneaks in. Like I really liked it.
There's so much preparation that we didn't see.
Yeah.
Like this is crawl 37. Just
Yeah.
the book that Mike has when they go to the picnic table.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
The
thick,
projector,
man.
just like the whole thing mapped out in squares. They got each one numbered off.
Well-oiled machine.
Yeah, like they've been at this for 18 months. I love that it was fully prepped. They didn't dive into too much of how they made the plan, but it's like, this is the one we have.
Yeah.
And it makes so much sense that this group would do this. And I love the choice. This was my favorite thing about the whole episode, which is that they're not in chaos. They are burning out under the weight of these crawls and the mundane, the routine. But they're also on edge because at any point they could find Vecna, and there's like life and death stakes. So it's just the weight on them. I feel it and I love it. It's such a great choice.
Speaking of that,
Yes.
of Vecna,
Yes.
at any point, couldn't he have moved into the zones that they had already checked? That's what I kept thinking. Like, they're checking all of these zones, and once they get through them all and they haven't found him, will it maybe occur to them that he could have moved at some point and is now in one of the previous zones?
That's why Mike said maybe 1,000.
Just a game of Battleship.
Yeah.
I think they're looking for signs of his activity as well.
Yeah.
And I mean,
I did not think of that.
I
though.
did not
Yeah.
think of that either. But I love that the routine, the grind is wearing on them. It's such a different start to a season. No Madonna at the mall, no arcade, playing, no carefree games of Dungeons and Dragons in Mike Wheeler's basement. We get this.
Yeah, we're right
instead.
there. And I like to add on to they're mad about how long they've been, or the time is an issue. That they're mad where they're going. The section that they're doing, they're like, really? We think Vecna's in this spot? Out of all the spots, this is a pointless thing,
Yeah, this is like a shopping mall.
Yeah.
Like, he's not going to be there. Yeah. I love that Dustin, Robin, and Steve, and both separate conversations are having the same.
Yep.
Right.
And
Not exciting.
And then Nancy and Mike have to bring them back. It's like, we got to do it one at a time. This is the plan. Let's do the whole zones.
Yeah.
I know, and it just I don't know. It felt good to kind of use what happened in season 4 too, when Will is talking about Mike being the leader, basically. Yeah. Like Mike stepping into that role, having some control over the planning, that felt like it made sense. In fact, I was kind of thinking we'd be doing more. I mean, he is doing a lot, but based on season 4.
To be doing it for 18 months feels very Mike and Nancy and not the others. Like, I had thought, too, really before this 18 months, they've probably battled the Upside Down for a total of 15 days. Because it's 1 week in season 1, a couple days in season 2, a couple days in season 3, and then a week in season 4. The other 51 weeks of the year, in those years, they were kind of, except for Will, everyone else is kind of allowed to go back to their lives. This is different, and this feels Mike and Nancy. So the leadership role is almost in there. Karen at home, Mike and Nancy on the crawls. The Wheelers are driving things.
Yes, the Wheelers.
All right, let's go to They get into places for the crawl, and Mike and 11 have this happily ever after talk on top of the radio station, which also has me worried that they're going to survive the season. I think they're seeding us with all sorts of like worries, but they talk about Dustin being reckless. 11 mentions Hopper is not himself. So things are actually changing within the 18 months here.
Which just puts, there's definitely tension there.
Mm-hmm. And they say, Mike's like, maybe it's getting to us. Maybe we need to catch a break. Will had a feeling today, which we're going to talk about, and we're going to leave town, and we can, after we kill Vecna, just like Frodo, we won't be able to stay in the Shire, but we got to go, to the 3 waterfalls with the elves. It doesn't go full Lord of the Rings, but...
Yeah, I kept it more D&D there. Yeah. But, usually the party goes off with each other, and they go to a new land, and everything's fine and happy, and it didn't seem like 11 was buying that.
No, but I think she wanted to, though.
Yeah.
You could tell she was just asking for it. Please give me some hope.
Hear it.
And Mike, he delivers. As a leader, too, hope is what gives you strength. Yeah. Hope is what allows people to hold on. You mentioned Frodo, and Sam.
Yeah, that's what I thought of.
Sam. Yeah, he is the reason Frodo's successful. So Mike is really stepping into that role. He has to keep everybody going.
I love that he's still realistic about it. He's obviously we can't stay here though.
Yeah, yeah.
I love the setting of the radio station. By the way, I just have to shout that out.
Yeah,
this is the beautiful shot. The Duffers, man, from the arcade to the mall, to the video store, like you said, Kirk. And they actually quoted in the Time magazine story, they said, we just want to get another touchstone of Americana. And here it is, this beautiful setting. So they get everything underway. The crawl is underway. We see Hopper sneaking in to his spot in the Radio Shack, which Kathleen...
I know! As soon as I saw the sign for Radio Shack, I was like, oh, no, Bob!
That cracked me up when we watched that live. Nobody has ever been like, oh, Radio Shack.
All I could think of was Bob.
Oh, I know it was for Bob, but just seeing the Radio Shack, I was just like, God, Kathleen.
Hilarious.
I know.
Lucas is chewing his gum. Mike's helping. Yep. They're on the lookouts. Hopper goes into the Upside Down for the 37th time. Well, 38th time if you count season 1. 37 crawls, one other time. Notices the convoy is going too fast. There's a Demogorgon there. Presumably the first Demogorgon the military has seen.
My gosh, yeah.
In the 18 months, because they were not expecting it. They were just rolling in there like they were driving to Pasadena.
Yeah. Well, they got a whole camp down there, so yeah.
Right.
Did either of you expect to be going right into Demogorgons in episode 1?
Not at all.
I thought we were going to see a whole crawl. And then next episode, we'll see a crawl go wrong. That's what I thought.
Exactly. And they did not, the Duffer Brothers, they did not wait to jump into action. And I was really pumped about that. I like that I was completely taken aback that it was so unexpected.
And so were the soldiers as the Demogorgon jumped into action.
They liked it too.
And killed them all.
Oh, yeah.
Pulls one out and Hopper's truck crashes into a tree. But more significantly... apparently, Will is seeing all of this.
Yeah.
Because he has warged in to the Demogorgon. And he's seeing it through the sight, looks almost like Predator.
Yeah. It was kind of Predator-ish.
Okay, demo sight.
Right,
Will has demo sight.
Yeah.
Demo sight? Is that what we're calling it?
That's what I feel like we're calling it.
Okay.
Yeah,
sounds good.
He's right there. Joy starts freaking out. Yeah.
She's just slapping him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was great. I was startled by the action that quick. Yeah. It was really, really, to bring to your point, Kathleen, it was didn't see it coming. They get through that gate and it's immediate. I didn't even get a taste of what a normal crawl was like.
Right.
Besides getting through the gate.
Yeah. I thought we were going to be exploring the new Upside Down. The lab is now in the Upside Down.
I wanted to see every second of section G1.
Okay.
Just a 15-minute montage of
Hopper stopping, eating some jerky, checking the next box off. But let's pivot to Will, since Will is that's really where we end Hopper on this.
Touch on that. So I just going back and forth with Will here. We start the season with Will like defending himself in the Upside Down when he was a little kid, and you see this strength that he had back then, and you think like, wow, I really underestimated him. But then after Joyce slaps him out of his demo vision, and he is like terrified little boy, weak and scared. It was like a shock to me. I thought we were gonna see like tougher Will. I was not expecting that. And what a huge contrast to how the volume 1 ends. I mean, we're obviously not gonna touch on that too much right now, but like I really, having seen the whole volume, that part of the scene is way more impactful to me. Like, I don't know. I was almost let down.
Oh,
at first, I was let down at first, seeing how like scared he was, like thinking, "Come on, man, you're supposed to toughen up now."
Oh no, I would have been let down if he was suddenly tough. He has been quivering and full of inaction since he got back. See, that was season 2 Will right there, quivering and scared and indecisive and just wanting his mommy and stuff like that's what makes it so powerful. I didn't want him to be like, I'm Will now.
I mean, I didn't mean necessarily that, but I was thinking like after everything that happened in season 4, like maybe he would be building up. I thought he would be building up to a strength that we're going to see later in the season.
That would take so much air out of the sails of what the conversation.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, now, obviously, seeing the ending of
trust
Volume
the
1.
Duffers yet again.
I know. It was like way more impactful.
Like his shock made perfect sense to me because really he hasn't been part of the hive mind since the end of season 2.
Yeah.
Like season 3,
he gets his goosies.
He gets his goosies on his neck, and then he's all the way in California. He's back here for 18 months. That's clearly never happened.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden he's just in a Demogorgon in the Upside Down. Like
out of nowhere. Yeah.
I'd be freaking out too.
Yeah. That's true. And that just re-emphasized something has been initiated by Vecna. Something changed today.
Yeah.
They had nothing in 18 months, and then this happens.
Again, crazy that we did that in episode 1, volume 1, chapter 1.
And that wasn't even the first, right? We had Will earlier in the episode get his spins with Holly.
Yeah.
Which the one note I had on that, which was really good, was I knew immediately that wasn't his goosies. It wasn't Vecna. Like the way they filmed it and the way it happened to Will, you knew this wasn't the Upside Down. And that's got to be hard to find a different way to do that. That's actually that he was in Vecna in Holly. I guess, we talk more about that in the next episode. By the way, dipshit Derek was there in that first episode. He's the instigator who starts spinning Holly too fast.
Oh, yeah. What a jerk.
Love that character.
And
can't wait to talk about him.
The other important thing we had of him this episode is that he saw Robin kissing Vicky.
Oh, yes.
And I remember you saying, Kathleen, how did we not see that coming? That Robin and Will would be teamed up and very, very important as the other character who would have a closeted relationship. How did we not see this coming?
Right? Robin is absolutely what Will needs. And how did we not see this coming?
Yeah, I'm completely baffled. I mean, obviously,
Kirk, how did you not see this coming?
I should have seen this coming. My predictions have been great, but I did not see that coming. Yeah. And obviously, Robin doesn't know that Will's that way.
Yeah, I think she senses it though from that moment. Like, if she thinks it's Will, and if it is Will who dropped a well product placed Coca-Cola can onto the ground.
Yeah.
I feel like Robin may know. And by the way, Robin and Vicky's relationship going just fine. Speaking of wrong predictions, where I thought that would be on the rocks and everything like that.
Well, it's not going great.
Oh, that's a good point.
Stitched her a few times.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Robin has kept Vicky completely in the dark. What is up with that?
Yeah.
It's almost she's got like an alter ego.
Probably to
superhero
protect
stuff.
her, though.
Okay.
I mean, they've just started. They've only been dating for
about 18 months.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
That's a long time.
But does she trust her with end of the world stuff?
Maybe not, but it seems like she's kind of like reeling, like, oh, I'll take you on a date. Oh, I'll do this. Like she's kind of like in the makeup mode all the time. So, I'm the bad person in the relationship.
Yeah.
She's kind of like Batman trying to keep a relationship.
I know. I was going to say, which is unfortunate because she's actually like, she has all of the best reasons for flaking out and she can't say anything.
Yeah.
So Will, obviously we'll come way back to Will and Robin and their relationship and talks over. So let's pivot to the last section of the episode before we get to our Kirk's funny moment, Kathleen's feeler moment, and Miles's music moment, which we forgot to introduce at the beginning of the show. My bad.
It's all good.
That's how we
We're
close.
going to be doing a fun segment at the end.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Holly, because I think this was one of our main takeaways from the episode was this actress who's playing this part. She's doing great, and Holly is a main character now. She's seeing Mr. Whatsit. Did you guys know it was Henry?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Me too. Right from the beginning.
It had to be. Like,
Yeah.
seriously, like the breakfast scene.
Yeah, me too.
I was like, yeah.
It looked like 1950s Henry.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Okay, I will say I didn't know that it was like for sure going to be Henry, but I knew it was Vecna.
Yeah.
I knew it was Vecna.
Same
messing
guy.
with her.
Too many names.
Too many names.
Seriously.
Too many
But
names.
I wasn't sure. I didn't know that he was going to like be portrayed as Henry himself.
Yeah, I don't think I knew that either. But I knew this. There he
Right.
is. That's the bad guy right there.
Yeah.
She's talking to him at the schoolyard. The Duffers' real school teacher sees them. She comes out there.
man.
She's got the glasses. That
Wow.
was their
That is
teacher in North
insane.
Carolina, which is so cool.
I love that.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know.
really
She
nice.
does really well too.
I think so too. Like
She's
She was a
natural.
drama teacher.
Yeah.
Oh, she was a drama teacher, so
Yeah.
she finally got her big break. So because she's been talking to invisible friends in a little bit too animated of a fashion, she's got a meeting with the principal. And as she's waiting for Karen to talk to the principal, Mike sits down with Holly and has, I think, probably Mike's best moment of the series.
man.
Seriously, since season 1, at least. Mike comes in. He says, "Is this about Mr. Whatsit? I'm scared too. When I get scared, I think of this character, and he's brave, so I'm brave. It's Mike the Brave, and I gave you this. I was going to give you this later, but it's heroic Holly." And he gives her a little amulet, and he lifts her spirits and gives her hope. What did you think of this scene, Kathleen? Are you with me? It's like this.
So much to say
you
about
go.
this
You go,
scene.
'cause I'm
I
floundering.
am so pumped. There's so many aspects to the scene that are just amazing to the story. First off, so Mike lies to Holly initially about monsters not being real.
Come on, Mike.
No.
Okay.
Here's the thing. He can't just tell her that monsters are real. Like, she's too young to really she's too young. So it makes sense that he would have lied to her. However, when she does challenge him, he does not double down on the lie, specifically does not double down. And he instead uses a fictional story to weave in the truth. So he really tells her everything that she needs to know, but without in a story format,
you're
which is
right.
exactly how you should do it for somebody that age.
Because he does say Mike the Brave has to go on crawls.
Yes, exactly.
I forgot about that.
So I think that's going to really help Holly later in the season. Obviously, as we've finished volume 1, we know that she knows more about the Upside Down. Max has told her everything. But I think Mike not full out lying to her, actually sharing the truth in a roundabout way, is going to give her a trust in everything that he said, a trust to be able to defend herself. So I think that's going to be super important later on in the season. But oh god, okay, somebody else start talking because I have a lot of stuff to say.
I mean, just such a good big brother to little sister moment. Yeah, I love that he doesn't really lies so much, but he also just instills this confidence into her. The Holly heroic thing is fantastic, and I thought that was exactly what she needed to hear. He doesn't question Mr. Whatsit.
Right.
He's not just like,
He's
yeah,
open.
You're crazy. He just lets her. It's okay, Mr. Whatsit. You see Mr. Whatsit. It's not a big problem at all.
And she knows how important Dungeons and Dragons is to him. So the fact that he's made her a character, including an amulet, he says that she's a dimension door opener. That's going to come up later.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Forgot about that.
And so is the little amulet. We're zooming in on that character. All of that is going to be extremely important.
God, yeah. And I have a lot to say about that. So the figurine that he has for her already, I think he knew at some point he was going to have to give her strength.
Yeah.
I don't think that it was just an extra piece he had laying around. I think he made this for Holly.
I agree.
And I love that. I also love later, and we'll touch on this later as we cover the other chapters, but the outfit that the figurine is wearing is what she wears later on in Volume 1.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Oh, that's a
exactly.
good
She's
detail.
got the cloak going on with the blue dress.
Oh, yeah.
So
Alice in Wonderland.
definitely touch on that and make sure to watch our other chapter deep dives.
Yes.
But the things that he says that she has divine powers. She can cast spells of protection to ward against evil spirits. She can cast dimension doors.
Okay.
Oh, I think that's going to be so huge, which can teleport you anywhere you can visualize. I think that is going to be incredibly important later in the season. I
planted it perfectly.
Oh yeah.
Her with Max right now. Yeah. I mean, obviously we'll get into that tomorrow, but yeah.
Yet again, Stranger Things. This is exposition, but yet it's so. What's the first thing we talked about here? The feelings that we felt as Mike for an older brother and Holly being comforted. Even though we're getting all this information, it's probably going to be important later. Mike doing this with her and their just like connection together and kind of they've leveled up. That's the magic of Stranger Things right there.
So magic.
They
I
crush
know.
it yet again.
Because like there is no, I mean, she's so young earlier in the season that like they don't really have a relationship, but seeing that they have it now, I love that.
Well, as Karen will shout at Ted drunkenly a little later, do you even know how old your daughter is, Ted? Which is a meta joke because we don't.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna
Holly
say,
should be 7.
9?
She should be 7.
She should be 7.
Oh.
The actress was 3 in 1983, and now we've gone 4 years, so she should be 7. She's not 7, but I just don't even think about it.
Okay.
Just don't even think about it.
7 or 8.
It's fine. And I actually love that she's aged up a bit here. She's kind of to the age of the season 1 characters, whether or not she actually is, or that makes sense. But it really orients us that Mike and Lucas and Dustin aren't having to play the kids. There's a level of kids below them that just feels like a really smart choice.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. And I love Ted and Karen's fight down there.
I know. What does he say? It's just the first one. We're already on to argument number 2.
You guys are laughing, but I didn't think that was funny. I felt really sad. I felt really sad because obviously Karen
Kirk's
is
funny
like
moment of the episode.
Karen's like been struggling. She's starting to drink heavily. Her marriage is even more strained than it was before.
This was funnier to our family growing up.
You can tell Kirk and I were raised in a little bit of a different thing. So yeah, they're fighting. They're upstairs. Holly is in her room crying, and then things get worse. A Demogorgon pops in from the ceiling, roars, and credits go.
Cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Episode
Good
1.
thing the next episode is play right away.
It felt
Thank goodness,
so satisfying to be able to play the next episode.
All right, let's close. Well, that's the first. Good job. Good job. We covered that. I think we did a great job. This is our first 3-person.
Let's give ourselves a round of applause.
Self-applause.
We're great.
This is the moment where you can all applaud us as well. Go ahead and pause if it needs to be an extended ovation.
Give us a chicken on the wall.
We're quite humble.
Yeah, squawk up, squawk up. We're going to end each episode with Kirk's funny moment of the chapter, Kathleen's feeler moment of the chapter, and Miles's music moment of the chapter.
I think we should start funny.
Let's start funny. Kirk, what is your funny moment
All right.
of the chapter?
You did mention this earlier, but I caught it on the second time through with Murray and that little pun with Jonathan. He's like, I know you don't like jazz, but you might find this quite engaging, which is such a good little Murray line. God, he's so good at those little puns and whatnot. But it got me on both times. I mean, first watch and second watch. Mike and Lucas in the tower, and Lucas is just smacking that gum, and he's like, snipers chew gum. And Mike's like, you're not a sniper. Like, there's like nothing comical for a while until that moment, and it is kind of like a serious moment. But Luke is just so serious. And
it made me feel good too, because it like brought us back to their childhood.
Yeah, that was season 1. Lucas got all his dad's toys from Nom.
Right?
Oh.
And Lucas always just kind of doing something weird like that, like season 3 with him with the new Coke. Like we're all trying to help 11 on the ground, and he's just...
Oh, that's a good call out.
Lucas just does weird things like that, and it was nice to have Lucas and Mike together.
Yeah.
And Mike calling him out, that just cracked me up. You're not a sniper.
Yeah.
And Lucas undeterred.
All of Lucas's
it.
hand gestures crack me up too. Just how serious he holds.
yeah.
You know,
Go. Yeah, right.
Speaking of Lucas in season 1, he's dressed exactly as he is in season 1 when he's going searching for Will in the woods on his own.
Good call.
He's got the headband on. He's got the camo on.
Yeah. Well, I think we can pivot nicely to your feeler moment.
Which is also about Lucas. And it's such a like a subtle feeler moment. It's when he's in the hospital with Max. It's just not, he doesn't even say much, but after Will leaves the room, Will tells him to play the music. The look on Lucas's face it's that he's still holding on to some hope, but the toll it's taking on him to go in there probably every single day to see Max, to play this music, to try to draw her back to them is like, he's sticking with it, but it is, I mean, he is struggling. The hopelessness on his face is just so sad to me. And I mean, obviously we're going to see a lot more of that as we go, but I think Lucas has become one of my favorite characters. So, and his enduring love for Max is so touching to me. So, I mean, I feel like he's starting to feel like he might have lost Max, and that makes me so sad to see. Just
another one of those great things, which I love. Trust the actor to show us the toll, and they do a great job. He absolutely does, and I think they all do. That's the theme of the episode for me, is how much that is incorporated. All right, music moment. I'm sticking right in the same area here, guys. I'm talking about Lucas and Mike in the tower radioing in to tell Hopper when to go. And I picked this music moment partly because we do not have the season 5 score. It's not released yet.
Gotta bum you out.
It absolutely bums me out because I want to play it and break it down and get all the titles and pick out all the different cues. But I picked this moment because it exemplifies the most of what is happening with the season 5 score, which is that we are getting these beefy, mature, very bassy tracks, that we've got string sounding hits. We've got just low and high, like cello. They're like synthesized, but they're just like, boom, 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 boom. We got this like timpani percussion, like just huge big drums, very cinematic. We've got like epic like choral pads, like it is so big, stuff you would have never heard in season 1 or 2. But then when the plan springs forward, we get our classic Stranger Things vintage synths.
Yeah.
Let's take a listen.
Clear to the east.
East is clear.
And to the west.
Hold. We got a straggler.
Come on, get the hell out of there. Come on.
Clear.
So it's like in a holding pattern of these like epic timpanis and bum 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 bum, and then do 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 do. It's not the theme, but it is one of those like arpeggios.
Yeah,
classic Stranger
Things
Things lines.
Release back to Stranger Things. That felt good listening to that.
So check all these little moments add up because this is a show, but the music is crafted with such love.
Yeah,
unbelievable amounts of detail everywhere across this, and that was my one for this episode.
Yeah, I do remember being pumped first watch when that music kicked in there. And it's like, oh, shit, we're going in.
And it's crazy. It's like you don't even realize how you're getting so pumped up. It's the music.
Yeah.
It's the music.
All right.
That's why we got a music guy.
That's why we got a music guy. All right, let's close. MVP of the episode. I'll go first. It's Robin.
Oh, yeah.
She makes the exposition thrilling. Just amazing. And she's like, feels like, even though she's introduced in season 3, she feels like the main character of things. Like, it's just so important. She's kind of become the Dustin of what we need in this particular chapter. This is the role that Dustin might fill, or Steve might fill. Steve's also kind of downbeat. So I thought Robin.
Yeah, it was Robin for me.
I thought Mike.
Oh, No.
I like Mike's with everybody. He's running the
Yeah.
plans. He's got the whole book out. He's such a good brother to Holly.
The whole conversation with Holly,
Yeah,
yes.
like Mike's on point. Even with 11, trying to give the hope. Like Mike was much more grown than he's been in the past season. So
Yeah.
I thought he did a great job. But Robin, close second.
And Mike was my second. So.
I kind of want
Yeah.
to change my answer to Mike now.
Well, too bad.
You're right. I think you're
Yeah.
right, though, Mike. Gosh, so good.
Co-MVPs.
Co-MVP. Steve McNair, Peyton Manning situation.
Co-MVPs.
All right. Well, we'll be back, I believe, a couple days from now with The Vanishing of Holly Wheeler, Chapter 2. We're going to do all the chapters before Christmas, and then we'll get into Volume 2.
There you go.
My name's Miles.
I'm Kathleen.
Kirk.
Good night.